Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Robert Paris, Alita Charbonneau, Juliana McGrane with sports, Peter Brown with the weather, and Gretchen Carey with the community calendar. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with late-breaking election news. The town clerk's office confirms that incumbent Joseph Impemba has officially withdrawn from the race for planning board. Impemba had previously returned nomination papers and was set to appear on the ballot. His withdrawal leaves Jack Kelly as the only candidate running for the open seat. That leaves only one major board contested in the town, that being the school committee. Indicates kind of a sad state of affairs in Burlington politics. The Burlington Fire Department extinguished a 2-alarm fire at an 8-unit building on Hallmark Garden Tuesday night as snow and freezing temperatures added to the challenge. On February 24th at approximately 5:50 p.m., firefighters were called to 1 Hallmark Garden for a reported structure fire. Engine 4 arrived to find fire showing from a second-floor unit. All residents evacuated on their own. Crews stretched 2 hose lines to the second floor while other firefighters ventilated the roof. One resident suffered 30 minutes. Firefighters remained on scene afterward to overhaul the building. Deep snow, ice, and cluttered conditions inside the unit created additional challenges. First floor units below the fire experienced water damage. Residents of all 8 units will be displaced for a period of time. Mutual aid crews from neighboring communities also responded. The cause of the fire remains under investigation, and it would be a good idea to check the fire hydrants in your neighborhood to make sure that they are cleared out, which would otherwise delay service by the department. People Helping People recently held its biggest fundraiser of the year. Volunteer Alita Charbonneau has this report.
On February 22nd, People Helping People held a wine tasting and auction at the Cafe Escadrille. Purchasing a ticket for this event not only goes towards raising money for the food pantry, but also gives you access to a silent auction where participants could win various prizes, such as sports jerseys, game tickets, or even a vacation. But what goes into planning an event like this?
This event's been happening for years and years. It's a great thing for the community where everyone comes together and try good wine and good food. For us, we've been prepping for about 3 weeks as far as like menus and staff, as well as floor planning, working with Janet very closely. People love coming for the wine, of course, but also the small bites and appetizers are great for the people. They love it.
This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. Seeing a lot of people from Burlington that we love to share our story with and like to catch up with. There are silent auctions in one room, kind of big ticket items, so it's a lot of fun.
I love this event. It is our premier event. It brings in the most money for us, but you can look around and see how much people are interacting with each other. So it's not just a wine tasting. It really is about bringing the community together.
The preparations are done and the event is underway, and the excitement for this annual event still holds year after year.
So 13 years ago, we had our first wine tasting and silent auction. Bob Murray has been a very integral part of helping us. He's very generous to our organization. Every year he gives us something out of his Murray Foundation, a very generous check, so we're blessed.
With guests flooding the halls of the Escadrille, it is important to remember the mission behind the fundraising.
So our biggest program is the food pantry, where we supply food to families in need in Burlington. It's really about helping the people in Burlington. I've lived in Burlington all my life, and it's a community where everybody wants to give back.
This is Alita Charbonneau for BNEWS.
It was the 13th consecutive sellout, and a good time was had by all. In this month's Burlington 101, we take a closer look at how the town communicates with residents and shares important information.
At first glance, staying informed about town government can feel overwhelming. There are meetings, agendas, minutes, boards, departments, and social media, and just a lot of information spread across different places. But here's the core idea. Information in Burlington flows in 2 directions, from the town to residents, and from residents back to the town. On the town side, official information starts with boards and departments. Agendas and meeting minutes are posted on the town website, shared through public notices, and discussed at open public meetings. Increasingly, that information is also being shared through newsletters like Burlington Buzz and BCAT, through social media, and through community events like the Civic Expo. On the resident side, engagement doesn't stop at voting. Residents can attend those public meetings. They can submit written comments, email boards and departments. They can also serve on committees and participate in public forums. Those voices help shape decisions long before a final vote is taken. But accountability doesn't just rest on one side. For engagement to work, residents need to seek out information, and the town needs to make that information clear, accessible, and easy to find. That shared responsibility is what turns transparency into trust and information into action. And when everyone understands how the system works, civic engagement becomes less intimidating and a lot more effective.
The community has selected its first winner in the town's monthly photo contest, Neha Kanar. Her photo received the most votes on the Town of Burlington's Facebook page. This month's theme was Signs of the Season. Neha's photo shows a hammock covered in snow from one of the recent snowstorms. As you know, the hammock is normally used for lounging in warmer weather. Let's hope we get to see those in use in the not too distant future. Congratulations, Neha. Each month, the town invites the public to share one photo inspired by a specific theme. Stay tuned for the next round of submissions. The Select Board has approved a new community mural project proposed by the Public Arts Committee. The project builds on the success of 2024's Painted Pig project, which brought together local artists and students. The mural will be created on the back exterior wall of the Burlington Senior Center at 61 Center Street, facing the softball field. The design features Grandview Farm. It will measure 8 feet tall by approximately 14 feet and a quarter feet wide, and was created by BHS AP Art student Asa Khalifa. The wall will be divided into 1-foot squares, allowing community members to each paint a portion of the larger image. Before public painting begins, a student intern will prepare the wall by priming the surface, laying out the grid, and sketching the design. Painting sessions are expected to begin in early summer on weekend mornings. Teens and adults will work under the guidance of an artist and committee members. The Burlington School Committee has approved the calendar for the upcoming school year. Superintendent Dr. Eric Conti discussed what goes into setting the calendar during a recent studio update with Nikki Cadillac of the Burlington Buzz.
We always have to schedule 185. We have to schedule 185 because we build in 5 snow days. We've already used 4
this year.
This year. So that's when sort of the days at the end come into play. So the last day of school, I can never fully predict. We can sort of count out 180 and sort of pick the day, but then we always add 5 after that. So the calendar is posted.
Yeah, and this year the calendar is posted with an early release day on Good Friday, which seemed to be sort of a balancing of priorities.
We're trying, and we'll see, and then we'll see what the attendance is, both for students and staff, and we'll sort of move forward, but that is a change. And then we also have to reach agreement between the school committee and the teachers union about the additional early releases that we were piloting this year.
In our latest edition of Who Works for Burlington, we meet Human Resources Director Reginald Nichols and learn more about his role serving the town.
In this edition of Who Works for Burlington, we introduce a new face at Town Hall, Human Resources Director Reginald Reggie Nichols. Prior to Nichols' arrival, the Human Resources role was held by Joanne Faust, who oversaw both the municipal and school departments. Last year, town meeting voted to separate the two, with Faust transitioning to focus primarily on the school department. Nichols now leads Human Resources for the town side. His position was approved by the Select Board last summer. He brings extensive experience to the role, previously serving in HR leadership positions at Middlesex Community College and as Executive Director of Human Resources at Roxbury Community College.
Previously worked in higher education space, student services, and then I was a career changer in human resources for a little under 10 years. So what attracted me to this role is that I always, all my time has been in the higher ed space. I wanted an opportunity to work in town government, and particularly very similar town government where I currently live in Reading.
From hiring and onboarding to benefits and workplace policies, Human Resources supports the people who keep Burlington running.
It's day-to-day. Those who may utilize our FMLA or other related services. We handle everything soup to nuts.
Nichols says he has enjoyed his first few months in town and has made it a priority to meet with departments across the community as he settles into the role.
It's been amazing as I went around. I did a tour and met with all 25, and just the different cultures, the different communities, the different needs. But the bottom line is that making sure that all employees need support, they need guidance, and also pathways to development, both for themselves and family and just the community in general.
Away from the office, he values time with his family and his dog.
Her name is Layla. She keeps me, those type of dogs are very active. So even when I don't want to walk, be if it's 100 degrees, we will do quickly stay in the shade. I'm always active. So that's one of the things I enjoy, just spending time with my family, and which is also including our Woodle Layla. So.
And now you know another face behind the work here in Burlington.
With the Winter Olympics recently wrapping up in Italy and the U.S. men and women's hockey team capturing gold, we take a look back at a hometown connection to Team USA. Burlington native Callie Flanagan helped the United States win gold in women's ice hockey at the 2018 Winter Olympics. In this week's BNEWS archive, we revisit her visit to BCAT. Let's take a look.
There was a feeling of excitement here at our BCAT studio on Saturday as girls from the middle school hockey league team, the Burlington Maulers, gathered to meet a local hero. Gold medal winning Olympian and U.S. women's ice hockey team member, as well as Burlington resident Callie Flanagan, stopped by for a visit. Callie sat down to tape a special program when she answered questions from the young athletes and to offer her thoughts on the sport, being at the Olympics, and the hard work and dedication it takes to reach Olympic heights. She also took some time to sign autographs, take photos with her enthusiastic fans, and let them hold her Olympic gold medal. I also had the chance to speak with her and started by asking how it felt when her team won the gold after the epic shootout with the Canadians.
I always say it's hard to explain because it's such a unique experience, but to win a gold medal and bring it home for the first time in 20 years is really unique and special, and it's a lot of pride, and it was just unbelievable, craziest feeling ever, for sure.
So how did she first get into the sport of ice hockey, and what kept her so motivated to continue training for hours a day?
My dad actually went to RPI, and so he had all his hockey equipment downstairs in the basement, and so like I said in there before, I started out figure skating, and then I kind of just wanted to switch over and try hockey, and so I think definitely because my dad was so involved with the sport, it definitely helped me want to get into it and stay in it as well. I think it's really important to never give up and love what you're doing and have fun the whole time and be super confident in what you're doing, and just be confident to pursue what you believe in and what your dreams are. And so I think like I said, just have fun while you're doing it and have a lot of confidence.
Callie said that after the U.S. team won the gold medal, they were given a hero's welcome back here in the United States, appearing on talk shows and late night shows. It was, she said, a heady but wonderful experience.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. I think that every time we go somewhere and to see the reception that we've received it's unbelievable, and it's a surprise every time. And so it's been awesome. People are so excited to see us, and we're really excited to share our medals with them.
She said perhaps more important than national television appearances is being able to meet with children and young athletes to inspire them to be their best.
Absolutely. I think, meeting the young girls, it's always a blast, and I think it's the most important part of what we're doing and sharing our medals with them. And so, like I said, it's just a really big part of what we've done here is we're trying to grow the game. And so I think it's really exciting to see the next generation underneath us and to help inspire them. It's really exciting.
So what message did she hope the girls here would take away from her talk with them?
My biggest message is to be resilient and never give up on your dreams, because you never know if you have the confidence to pursue them. You never know what might happen, and your dreams might come true one day.
Members of the Maulers, who themselves won their league championship, said they were excited to meet an Olympic gold winner who was also from their hometown.
It was pretty awesome. I mean, having an Olympian in your hometown that you're growing up in to look up to is really great.
And what about you?
Yeah, it's basically the same that she said. It's cool to have an Olympian in your hometown and to see her. It's pretty cool.
I think it was like a good experience to teach girls like us how to play hockey like she did, so we can get as good as she, or try to get as good as she is now.
What did you think when you met her?
It was fun and inspiring to hear how she got to the Olympics.
I thought it was a great opportunity, and it was nice to see someone who's like a role model for hockey players.
And how did you feel when you saw her?
Excited and just excited.
And did you learn anything from her?
Well, yeah, confidence and to always keep trying.
Yeah, I got some new inspiration from her. Just keep on trying, just keep on working hard, and just do everything that you feel to.
What about you?
Yeah, same. Just keep working to whatever you want to do. Work hard.
Their coach also said he was happy that his team was able to meet with Kelly and felt that her message will help inspire them.
Hopefully they can see that they can make it to the Olympics, work hard, don't quit, have confidence in themselves. That's one of the things we kind of just try to help them play their game, put them in the best position, and go out and win, have fun, and just put a smile on your face and have fun doing something you like to do.
In our BCAT studio, I'm BNEWS Director Rich Hosford.
After a week that kept us busy digging out from the blizzard, Peter Brown will let us know what's in store for the week ahead. But first, here's Gretchen Carey with the community calendar.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On March 5th at 7 p.m., the Burlington Historical Society will be having the Merry Minstrels performing a musical celebration of St. Patrick's Day. The event is held at the Murray Kelly Wing at the Council on Aging. Everyone is welcome and the event is free. On Sundays through March 15th, the Burlington Public Library will be continuing their Sunday cinemas from 2 to 4:30 p.m. The screenings will be for adults only, 18+. No registration is required. For a list of the titles, go to their website. On March 21st, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department will be having an event called Characters Come to Life, Superheroes at the Grandview Farm. Pre-registration is required. For more information and to register, go to the website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Well, hello everyone, and this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. I know we have had quite a go of it over the past week here in the Burlington area. We are getting towards the tail end of meteorological winter, which thankfully ends this Saturday. So that is some good news out there, and then astronomical winter will be coming to an end in a few weeks as we get towards the middle of March. But I don't know about you, winter really smacked us around over these past week or so here in the Burlington area. We saw so much snow, so much wind. Thankfully, we did not see the 40 inches of snow nearly that areas down near Providence got. A historic snowfall for them, their largest snowstorm in recorded history. So that was quite a blockbuster of a storm. Now, starting our period on Friday, getting in towards the thankful and merciful end of February, we should be seeing temperatures at this time of the year in the lower 40s, and yes, again, we are going to be seeing temperatures below normal, so struggling to get out of the mid-30s, so still a real winter chill to the air out there. As we get towards the end of the period, getting in towards the end of the first week of March, we should be seeing temperatures pleasantly getting up into the mid-40s. Now, we may be seeing that, but we know that the trends over the past really 2 months or so have been for us to be colder, so we're going to have to see if we average out about that by next Thursday. But right now it looks like we're still going to have a pretty chilly go of it. Of course, the only thing that you notice that's getting towards the start of spring is the length of day now. The sun is up now until 5:30 in the evening, so at least that is showing us the end of the tunnel in terms of winter. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at the Climate Prediction Center's calling for us in terms of temperatures and precipitation. And again, looking at our temperature map, again, nothing new here. especially here in the Burlington area and all of New England. We are going to be one of the few areas in the lower 48 that is again going to be expected to see below average temperatures. I know, so sad when we're looking at the rest of the country down here in the south and out west. They are basking in a beautiful winter, especially if you're out west of the Rockies. It has just been so nice out there. We, of course, have been seeing the absolute opposite of that. And as we go ahead and take a look at our precipitation chances, again, nothing to be surprised about. They are expecting us to have above average precipitation, but interestingly enough, even though we have seen many weeks here in the Burlington area with above average precipitation, of course, over the past few days where we saw that giant snowstorm come through our area, it has actually been a very dry winter here in the New England area. In fact, most of New England is in moderate drought right now, if you can believe it, and that is a little bit troubling as we're going to be heading towards the warmer months. Hopefully we can make that up with some rainfall as we get into the spring, but basically from the northern tip of Maine to the southern tip of Florida, the East Coast has really been bone dry because of how cold and how dry that snow has been that we've been getting. So as we go ahead, let's take a look at those 7 days of weather coming up. And again, yes, another wintry look at our forecast here on Friday morning. We are going to see the chance of maybe some flurries out there as a storm passes to our south. It's going to be a little bit breezy out there. Temperatures again only in the mid-30s, so a real chill to the air. Now getting into it Saturday and Sunday, it looks like it's going to be a fairly nice weekend. Saturday being the best of the days, and actually we may be a couple of degrees warmer than that, what I'm seeing right now. We might actually see those highs topping out near 45, so that is going to really feel nice out there. But of course, reality check, by the time we get to Sunday, we're going to see a cold front coming back through, temperatures pushing back down into the mid to upper 30s. Now, looking at our forecast ahead going Monday through Thursday, Monday we may be seeing a little bit more in terms of sunshine right now, what I'm looking for, but again, very chilly, only in the 20s out there. As we get in towards Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to have to keep an eye on a rather messy system that might be moving towards the Burlington area. Now, we're not sure really on the details of how strong this storm is going to be at this point, but it does look like it could be another snow producer for us, maybe some rain mixed in there, so a real sloppy mess with this one. Keep your eyes peeled to that. There'll be more details on all of the weather stations around the Boston area over the next week or so. Just keep that in the back of your mind that winter is definitely not done with us yet. And look at this, temperatures only in the low 30s on Wednesday. And again, Thursday, depending on how strong this storm is that passes by us, a lot of our models have been calling for us to be a little bit warmer than this, up near 40 on Thursday. But right now, I'm going to call for it to be kind of chilly out there on the backside of that storm with our temperatures going down into the 20s again. And then hopefully after that, looking in towards next weekend, looks like we might finally see a bit of a warm up as we head in towards the first full weekend of March. So everyone, get out there, enjoy the weather, and have a great week.
Playoff schedules were shuffled this week due to the snow, but we still had some strong individual performances last weekend. Juliana McGrain has this week's sports report.
Hey everyone, I'm Juliana McGrain with this week's sports report. 2 state championships and the best Division II finish in years. It was a huge weekend for Burlington wrestling. The Devils placed 11 out of 48 teams at the Division II state championships, marking one of the program's strongest finishes in recent memory. Sophomore Max Schwartzman and Cameron Bonnell both brought home state titles. Schwartzman rallied from a 7-0 deficient in the 106-pound finals, while Bonnell earned 6-1 victory in the 165 championship after knocking out the top seed in the semifinals. Connor McElroy and Josh Levitt also picked up wins for the Devils. For full results, visit our website. On the track, senior Cassidy Hanlon and senior Ryan Brooks represented Burlington at the MIAA Meet of Champions last weekend. Hanlon placed 22nd in shot put with a throw of 32 feet and 2 inches. Brooke finished in 16th in the long jump at 19 feet and 7 inches. Turning into gymnastics, Hannah Lee and sophomore Yvette Conan represented Burlington at the state's individual meet last Monday. The Devils placed 11th out of 12 teams with a score of 133, closing out the 2026 season. Burlington will graduate 4 seniors from the team: Hannah Lee, Olivia DiRienzo, Paige Mahoney, and Grace Davidson, whose leadership helped guide the program this year. Playoffs are officially underway at Burlington High School. However, the blizzard forced schedule changes across the state. Stay tuned for our sports section at bcattv.org and follow us on X at BNEWS Sports for the latest updates and schedules. We'll have the full results next week as the boys and girls basketball and hockey teams begin tournament play. And that's all for this week. I am Juliana McGrain, and back to you all in the studio.
After a fantastic senior season, Matt Gray has earned Middlesex League Freedom Division MVP honors, capping off an impressive year for the Red Devils. Before tonight's playoff game, we recognize his achievement in this week's Red Devil Shoutout.
Senior Matt Gray of Burlington basketball has been named Middlesex League Most Valuable Player and a League All-Star.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that kind of just happened by just trying to do everything else right, like trying to be a good teammate, trying to do what's best for the team every game, and it kind of just led to that happening as like a side effect.
Gray credited his teammates, several of whom also earned League All-Star honors, for helping make it this season a success.
Charlie got All-Star and Cole, so they've both been huge pieces to our team this year, and super happy to have them. And yeah, they've just been huge for us all year, help us win 17 games, so yeah, it's been good.
While the MVP award is a major accomplishment, Gray says his focus remains on making a deep run in the postseason tournament.
My favorite part is probably just like all the hard work that I've put in through the years. Finally, like, recognition is nice to get, but I mean, it's not our main goal. Our main goal is to go far in the tournament, so it doesn't mean that much, but it's nice to get.
Head coach Phil Connors praised Gray's growth and leadership throughout his time in the program.
Maddie's, on my mountain of best players I've ever coached. Coachable from day one. I think back to his freshman year, he was forced into action, and he had a 0 for 17 night. I said we'd look back and we'll laugh at this night knowing how good you're going to be, and now he's on the precipice of 1,000 points. He's one of the best players in the state. Special kid, special player. Gonna have an amazing, he'll be the best college player I ever coached. I'll guarantee it right now. He's got a high ceiling. Best kid ever, great leader, I love him.
Congratulations to Matt Gray, and we'll be watching to see what he and the Devils can do in the playoffs. This is the Red Devil Shoutout.
Our photo of the week is a snowy sunset over the town common. Jenny Trickett sent in this beautiful shot of the sun setting over the snow-covered common. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the snow, or even photos of your family members, friends, and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share, send them to bcatt@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. That's it from the news desk this week. Next week, we'll bring you playoff results, Oscar predictions and results from Chris Flaherty, a look at the career of retired Deputy Chief Robert Kirshner, and more. I'm Phil Gallagher. Thank you for joining us.